Hello, this is the QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studios on Caraba Avenue. Thanks for joining us. Here are the main news headlines. The National Security Plan for the upcoming OIC Summit in the Gambia has been unveiled ahead of the 15th OIC Summit in the Gambia this year. 4 foreign nationals alleged to have committed armed robberies were apprehended by the Gambia Police Force at Senegambia. The Ministry of Finance and the General of the Gambia Revenue Authority on Wednesday held the inauguration and swearing-in ceremony of the Gambia's first tax tribunal. The National Agricultural Research Institute, NARI, on Wednesday organized a field monitoring visit to the ECOWAS-funded project sites implemented by NARI. In international news, Wednesday, the 24th of January, was International Day of Education, which serves as a global reminder of the fundamental role education plays in society. Those were the headlines, and now look at the stories in detail. This is QTV Nightly News, and I am Andy Kema. The National Security Plan for the upcoming OIC Summit in the Gambia has been unveiled at the Sir Dawda Kairaba Jawara's Conference Center ahead of the 15th OIC Summit in the Gambia this year. Maintaining security before, during, and after the summit has become a national priority to successfully host the Intergovernmental Summit. Momodou Laminchoy has more.
Security chiefs of the Gambia, including members of the National Security Council, converged for the unveiling of the National Security Plan for the successful hosting of the 15th OIC Summit, which will be in the Gambia. The security plan was prepared by the Security Subcommittee of the Gambia OIC Secretariat. Tamsir Jase is the subcommittee's chair.
This, as it is an internal security matter, it is a police-led operations. However, all of the other services will come in as supporting agencies for this important event. As we go through this program today, you will realize that the work of the subcommittee has been ongoing since 2018, when it was first announced that the Gambia will be hosting this important event. And since that time, work has been going on in the part of the security subcommittee in the preparation of this event.
Hosting 57 heads of states and other world leaders will be the biggest intergovernmental convergence in Gambia's history. It is obvious to all that authorities will not compromise on the security required to host such a prestigious gathering of heads of states and world leaders. Babakar Dieng is the Gambia's national security advisor.
4 aspects that we look at to ensure the success of that. And this is the 4D concept of security. Our responsibility to ensure that we deny, we delay, we detect, and also deter anything that has the potential to threaten the security of the venue and the VVVIPs that are going to be attending the summit.
Protecting the visiting dignitaries is of immense significance, as is the country's international image. As international spotlight falls on the Gambia, a successful OIC summit is dependent on the country's state of preparedness to provide fitting accommodation, hospitality, and most importantly, maximum security to the guests and the citizenry. Yankoba Diba is the Chief Executive Officer of the OIC Gambia Secretariat.
But I'd like to emphasize here that no matter the roads we build, no matter the buildings and hotels we have, delegates will only come if they perceive the Gambia to be safe. So for me, security is the most important aspect of any such gathering. The OIC being the second largest gathering of world leaders, apart from the UN General Assembly, qualifies to be given the best of attentions in terms of security. I will not mention, but in our briefings with some leaders, one of the regional leaders told us, you should ensure that your country is safe right from today, and that was way back in December.
The Gambia is scheduled to host the 15th OIC Summit on the 4th and 5th of May this year. The public is reminded that security is a collective responsibility. To support our national effort and commitment to successfully host the Organization of Islamic Cooperation Summit, the world's second largest intergovernmental meeting. Mahmoud Lamin Choi, QTV News.
4 Nigerian nationals alleged to have committed an armed robbery on Saturday, 20th of January, were apprehended by the Gambia Police Force at Senegambia. The police briefed the media about the incident, and Mam Sheikh Ngom tells us more.
An incident was reported to the police on Saturday, the 20th of January, when a victim who had gone to collect cash from Trust Bank near Senegambia noticed what seemed unusual behavior from the suspect, who was constantly on the phone while on a motorbike and making a series of phone calls. Among those present at the press briefing are victims of the alleged crime, were Sheikh Tijan Toure and Abdoulaye Danso respectively, who related what had happened to them.
2 commissioners, Commissioner Pate Ba and Commissioner Jallo. These people were so angry on the matter, they took matters into their own hands and went with us to the arrest. So, as a Gambian, I felt so proud that within 24 hours, they were able to crack the case and brought about 4 other people. Even the gang leader was arrested.
I left my home, Kirsering, to the bank, that's Trust Bank, around Senegambia area, to cash a check of $50,000. Well, after receiving the amount, I realized that the first thing I observed was, looking at the vehicle inside, I realized that the purse where I had this money kept was open. And I was shocked. Then I looked at the door, I realized that it has been tampered with.
According to the police, the suspects are said to have a new way to steal from the public and break into vehicles.
We arrested them with the master key they use to forcefully open people's vehicles. What they do is, this guy who was arrested on the first day would be at somewhere near banks. As you may know, most of all the banks are within the KM. They will go to one of the banks and monitor those who are especially coming out of the bank with at least envelopes or bags that they may think is containing money. And not small money, maybe a huge amount. And then they will now make their communications, and then the motorcyclists will now come and follow you.
Pate Jallo, Regional Police Commissioner, and Modu Musa Sisawo, the Deputy Police PRO, spoke about the role of the Gambia Police Force.
I want to seize this opportunity to thank the leadership of Senegambia. They did very well by arresting the first suspect. This is where we have the way. But I will not go further without thanking the police leadership, that is the Inspector General and his core management, for giving us the courage and always in consultations with us in guiding how we supposed to do things.
The police also appealed to the public.
The police can't do it alone. It requires concerted effort of every individual, of all Gambians and residents of Gambia to work together in trying to mitigate criminal activities within this country. On that note, we want to thank everybody, and we hope that this is something that will continue, because the success of this was as a result of individuals coming to lodge complaints and also giving reliable information. And on that note, we would say thank you to the public, and we will continue the investigation, and hopefully we will furnish the public as to what happened.
Reporting for QTV News, I am Mam Sheikh Ngom.
The Minister of Finance and the Commissioner General of the Gambia Revenue Authority have stressed the need to nurture a tax environment that values justice, efficiency, and the protection of taxpayer rights. They were speaking on Wednesday at the inauguration and swearing-in ceremony of the Gambia's first tax tribunal. Ansumane Sonyasi was at the event, and he now reports.
The swearing-in ceremony ushers in what the JRA Commissioner General Yankuba Dabo described as a major achievement in the authority's strive to create effective avenues to address taxpayer grievances. While providing a dispute resolution mechanism, the tribunal will also assist the authority's tax collection system, especially in improving compliance amongst other matters. While highlighting the challenges they surmounted to establish and constitute the tax tribunal, he emphasizes the importance of its existence to the country's revenue collection system, adding that it reflects government's commitment to ensuring a transparent tax structure that simultaneously caters for both the taxpayers and the GRA.
The appointment of members of the tax tribunal is a crucial component of the government's commitment to building a fair, transparent, and a just taxation system that ensure taxpayers pay their fair share of the tax burden, but at the same time are not made to pay more than their fair shares of the tax burden. I wish to commend the Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs for his continuous support over the years and for his commitment toward the proper functioning of the tax tribunal.
Presiding over the swearing-in ceremony, the Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, Sidi Keita, says the tax tribunal will contribute significantly to enhancing the country's tax administration system, adding that it will also provide an independent avenue to seek redress on taxation decisions made by the GRA.
We recognize the importance of a dispute resolution mechanism that not only upholds the principle of justice, but also instills confidence in our citizens that their concerns are heard and addressed impartially by an independent body.
Speaking on behalf of his colleagues, Justice George Apakwabeng, chairman of the tax tribunal, thanked the government for giving them the opportunity to serve, adding that they are aware of the task ahead and are committed to delivering on their mandate.
Together with my esteemed members, Mr. Mahmoud Juf, Mr. Lamin S. Jatta, Mr. Bakri Sanyan, and Mr. Sherif Kumbajub, we are grateful for the opportunity to serve the country in our various capacities, particularly for the confidence reposed in us to be able to realize the overarching statutory objectives of the Income and Value Added Tax Act 2012, hereinafter referred to as the law.
The tax tribunal's remit will, among other things, include reviewing tax decisions, including assessments, audits, penalties, and other tax-related matters, and taxpayers who disagree with a tax assessment or decision can appeal to the tribunal. Answane Sonyasi for KTV News.
We will now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have more national and international news stories. Stay with us.
QCell brings you the future with our ultimate bundles. Enjoy the best voice and data bundle plans in one package. Get unlimited data packages with flexible validity and enjoy what true internet feels like. Get 30 minutes of on-net and off-net calls with 5 gigabytes of data for just $350. Or get bigger bundle packages from 10 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes with over 100 on-net and off-net voice calls and enjoy the fastest internet speed in the Gambia. You can also buy 1-day, 3-day or even 7-day packages and enjoy unlimited data bundles with uncapped speeds. Just dial *343# today and experience the limitless capabilities of the QCell network. *343# should be your favorite code to dial now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, we innovate, others follow.
To promote your product or place your advert, look no further than QTV. We are the premier destination for businesses looking to connect with Gambian audiences and beyond. At QTV, we offer a variety of advertising solutions to suit your needs and budget. With our diverse range of programming, you can be sure that your ad will reach a broad and engaged audience. From our popular news broadcast to our exciting music and entertainment programming, QTV has something for everyone. QTV, the premier destination for advertising in the Gambia. Contact us today and let us help you reach your audience.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is QTV's Nightly News. The National Agricultural Research Institute, NARI, on Wednesday organized a field monitoring visit to ECOWAS-funded project sites to assess the output and progress of NARI implemented activities. Lolly M. Kamara was with the team and filing this report.
The delegation was taken on a tour of the activities carried out by the beneficiaries at the NARI complex in Yundum. These 100 youths, 20 of whom are stationed in Sapo in the Central River region, benefited from a grant by ECOWAS to train on agricultural activities such as crop production techniques, water conservation, organic fertilizer production, agribusiness plan development, and agroforestry and quality rice seed production techniques. Dr. Lamin Diba, the project's director of research and coordinator, says the training aims to develop the skills of Gambian youth in agriculture for self-employment.
We are saying a very big thank you to all of you, because the way it started, it wasn't easy. Because when ECOWAS gave us the funding, so we had to open it up to call for all the eligible candidates within the country so that they can all compete to be part of it. So the selection was a bit tough because we have to make it open.
Dr. Demba Jallo, Director General of NARI, thanked ECOWAS for their immense support and urged the beneficiaries to utilize the knowledge gained.
Apply it. While you are waiting for that assistant, apply what you learn from here, especially with techniques like this. You can sell this. You can open a store. So all we need is to ask ECOWAS, for example, the youth of this continent, of this ECOWAS member country, should be able to intertrade free movement of goods so that we can employ all these people are not employed. NARI cannot employ all these people. These are the kind of things that we can do for you.
Both beneficiaries and lead trainers expressed gratitude and explained some of the steps taken in the implementation process.
Compost can be made with, you can prepare it anyhow or way or form you can do it. But the standard one, that is, you go with 2 wheelbarrows of animal dung, 1 wheelbarrow of sawdust, 1 wheelbarrow of granite shells, 1 wheelbarrow of water. Then from there, we mix it here.
In these 4 items, they are very important in the compost. That is the nitrogen, the carbon, water, and then air. In the absence of this thing, the microorganisms in the soil, they cannot do their work.
So overall, from what we've learned, the training has been very helpful, and we've learned a lot of practical knowledge and skills as well, and we do hope that it will benefit all of us in the future.
Meta French is the ECOWAS ambassador to the Gambia.
And I think this is very enlightening for Gambia, because a lot of people think that ECOWAS is only here because of the military intervention. So it's good that we have this kind of session so that people know that there are other things that ECOWAS is doing in the Gambia apart from the military. And even when the military leaves, ECOWAS will still be here because there's a representational office. And as we know, agriculture and food security is very important, especially for Africa. And like somebody mentioned, with all of the troubles that are going around all over the globe, I think it's about time we try to look inwards and try to make ourselves very, very self-sufficient. And I'm happy that this is taking place. I am happy that the students are satisfied with the trainings that they have received.
Following this training, beneficiaries appealed for startup kits and capital to start their own businesses. For QTV News, Lolly M. Kamara.
As part of events marking the start of the 2024 legal year, the judiciary, in collaboration with the Gambia Bar Association and the Ministry of Justice, organized a bench and bar dialogue to discuss judicial matters. Lolly M. Kamara attended and filed in this report.
The dialogue brought together the advocates, judges, and other legal practitioners to discuss the administration of justice, achievements, and challenges in the country's justice system. The event serves to highlight that the bar, which are the advocates, and the bench, which is the magistrates and judges, play important and connected roles in the administration of justice. Thus, the importance of having both parties come together and discuss the legal system. The Solicitor General, Hussein Tomasi, on behalf of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, while commending the organizers, expressed delight in participating. He urged authorities to continue to have such gatherings regularly. The president of the Gambia Bar Association, Counsel Nene MC Cham, spoke extensively on the importance of such dialogue. She says the bench bar relations signify the friendly bond between legal practitioners and judges, emphasizing the importance of such links, as both have crucial roles in ensuring justice. Madam Cham emphasized that, despite occasional disagreements, maintaining a cooperative and respectful relationship between these two pillars of the legal system is crucial for the effective administration of justice.
While lawyers at the bar influence case presentation and argue on behalf of their clients,
The bench holds the ultimate authority to determine the outcome of their cases and uphold the rule of law. These differences emphasize their complementary roles within which legal system, with the bar advocating for parties and the bench overseeing the delivery of justice, as I said.
The Chief Justice of the Gambia, Hassan B. Jallow, underscores the need for such engagements and calls on participants to fully engage in meaningful discussions to be able to make constructive recommendations.
I'm hoping also that one of the outcomes of this meeting would be perhaps the creation of a permanent mechanism, a mechanism for consultation, for dialogue, in the form of perhaps a bench bar forum, a restricted bench bar forum, which will continuously address some of these issues in the course of the year, rather than wait until the legal year for us to get together again and discuss them.
Topics such as enforced disappearances, overview of the Code of Conduct for legal practitioners, and effective case management, amongst other topics, were discussed. As the legal landscape evolves, nurturing a healthy bench bar relationship remains paramount. Officials say it is through such collaboration that they uphold the principles of justice, fairness, and the rule of law. For QTV News, Loliam Kamara.
We will now shift our attention to stories outside the country. In international news, Wednesday, the 24th of January, was International Day of Education. The day serves as a global reminder of the fundamental role that education plays in promoting peace, development, and sustainable peace. Jennifer Sonko has the details.
Recognized by the United Nations, the International Day of Education emphasizes the importance of inclusive and equitable quality education for all, irrespective of age, gender, or socioeconomic background. About 244 million children and adolescents around the world are out of school. 617 million children and adolescents cannot read and do basic math. Less than 40% of girls in sub-Saharan Africa complete lower secondary school, and some 4 million children and youth refugees are out of school. According to a joint MOPSI and UNICEF report in the Gambia, most children, especially girls, now have access to primary school within 2 kilometers of their homes. Primary school enrollment was at 428,000 children in 2023. However, more than 46,000 children in the country are still out of school and face a potentially challenging future if they grow up without appropriate education or skills. Primary school completion rate is at 88%, upper basic school 65%, and senior secondary school 47%. President Adama Barrow made a commitment that his government will invest in foundational literacy and numeracy and employment skills development initiatives that enhance independent learning, creativity, interpersonal skills, and critical thinking capacities. The Green Recovery Focused National Development Plan 2023-2027 also promises equitable access to quality and relevant education for all. These are important commitments that underscore the government's readiness to not only make education accessible, but to also invest in quality and relevant education that drives the socio-economic transformation of the Gambia. Sociological, ecological, and technological trends are reshaping education systems, demanding adaptation. Despite the challenges, education possesses unparalleled transformative potential to mold equitable and sustainable futures. UNESCO takes the lead in generating ideas, sparking public discourse, and catalyzing research and action to revitalize education. This effort seeks to construct a new social construct for education rooted in principles of human rights, social justice, human dignity, and cultural diversity. It steadfastly declares education as a public undertaking and a shared asset. Reporting for QTV News, I am Jennifer Sonko.
Before we end this bulletin, here's a recap of the headlines. The National Security Plan for the upcoming OIC Summit in the Gambia has been unveiled ahead of the 15th OIC Summit in the Gambia this year. 4 foreign nationals alleged to have committed armed robberies were apprehended by the Gambia Police Force at Senegambia. The Ministry of Finance and the General of the Gambia Revenue Authority on Wednesday held the inauguration and swearing-in ceremony of Gambia's first tax tribunal. The National Agricultural Research Institute on Wednesday organized a field monitoring visit to ECOWAS-funded project sites implemented by NARI. In international news, Wednesday, the 24th of January, was International Day of Education, which serves as a global reminder of the fundamental role that education plays in society. Well, that's all we have for you in this bulletin, but don't forget to get interactive with us by following us on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, X, and of course, YouTube at QTV Gambia. Thank you very much for watching.